Okay. I have a W-2. I got both W-2s. Do I need a W-4? What's a Form 1098? And do I need a 1099? I'm going to need more coffee. Man. Hey guys, Mrs. Dani here. I'm trying to go over to do my taxes. There's a lot involved in doing taxes. I'm sure maybe your parents have done them. It's pretty complicated. There are a lot of forms and paperwork before you even get onto a computer to do it. It's very stressful. But taxes are a good thing. Taxes, money we pay in taxes goes towards roads that you drive on and the school. It helps pay for the schools that you go to and the hospitals when we're sick. So taxes are a good thing. But people don't like paying them or filing them. And, people don't like the tax man. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say bad things about the IRS. But it's always been that way, really. Even back in Jesus' time, nobody liked the tax guy. They were hated. Of course, in Jesus' time, it was a little different. They were very dishonest. You see, at the time, the Romans ruled the area, and they picked local people to collect the taxes for them. So as long as they got their tax money, they didn't care how much that person charged. So let's say the taxes were $1. And let's pretend I was a tax collector and I went to my neighbor. Okay, your taxes are $3 because the taxes are whatever I say. They would have to give me $3. Now I take that one, turn it over to the Roman government, and I made 2. So most of the tax collectors were very rich because they were dishonest. And there was no way to fight them because if you didn't pay the taxes, they'd throw you in the dungeons in jail. Now, the jails then weren't like they are now. You didn't get good meals and air conditioning and heating. You were in a hole, and you were lucky if you didn't get beat. So everybody paid it. But the tax collectors were hated. They were considered, in many cases, traitors to their friends. Nobody invited them to parties. Nobody would go to their house to eat. Nobody had anything to do with them because they hated them. Well, we want to talk about a specific tax collector tonight. In Luke chapter 19, 1 through 10, there was a man named Zacchaeus. And you probably remember Zacchaeus from the songs, especially the VeggieTales song, if you've heard that. Now, Zacchaeus wasn't just a tax collector. He was a chief tax collector. He was a big high up. So he was really rich and he was really dishonest and people really hated him. So anyway, Jesus one day was coming through Jericho and Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus, but he had a problem. In verse 3, it talks about he was little of stature. Now, we don't know if that means Zacchaeus was just really short, or if maybe he was a dwarf. We don't know. We just know he was very short, and he couldn't see over the people. And, of course, they weren't about to let him through because they hated him. So he climbed up in a sycamore tree, and he was looking down. He just wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to see what all this was about and see Jesus walk by. Jesus stopped, though. Jesus knew Zacchaeus was in that tree, and he looked up, and he said, Zacchaeus, make haste to get ready, go, quickly. I'm coming to eat with you. Now, of course, you can imagine there was a gasp from everyone everyone around him because he's like, does Jesus not know who this man is? He's a sinner. He's a sinner above sinners because he's a traitor to his people. Zacchaeus was so happy to have someone come to his house that he ran home. Well, we can only imagine of what God told Zacchaeus that day. And Zacchaeus was so overcome with emotion and appreciation to God, to Jesus, that he said, I swear to you, I will give half of everything I own to the poor. And if I have taken from someone, I will give them fourfold back. So essentially he said, if I took $1 dishonestly, I'm going to give them $4 back. Zacchaeus became a changed man because of grace. Now, grace, by the way, is getting something we don't deserve. We haven't earned it. It's a gift. And we have to remember something. Everyone is a sinner. Romans 3:23, what does that say? For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So all of us are sinners. But see, here's the thing. God has offered grace through Jesus Christ. Now again, grace is something we don't deserve. It's a free gift. Ephesians 1:7, which is your memory verse, in whom we have redemption. By the way, redemption is freed from being a slave to our sin. Through his blood, Jesus, the forgiveness of sins according to the richness of his grace. Now, Christ took the punishment for our sins by dying on the cross. He took it all. He took punishment for all of our past sins and our future sins. And now that's his part. Here comes our part. We have to receive that gift. See, God doesn't shove it on us. He doesn't demand we take it. He doesn't force us to take it. He doesn't require us to do things to earn it. Like you have to go to church like so many times, or you have so many prayers. You have to pray towards a certain city, or you have to do so much missionary work. It is a free gift. He loves us, and he has given us that gift. Now, we are forgiven forever, as I said, because of grace. But here's the thing, because Jesus gave grace to us, we should give grace to others, shouldn't we? Colossians 3:13, bearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye. See, we should show grace to others, just like Jesus showed grace to us. So your assignment this week, I want you to think of ways or things you can do to show grace to others, to giving them something good they don't deserve. So maybe think about, that annoying kid at school or the bully at school. What's a way do you think you could show grace to them this week? What about your sibling who's always taking your stuff without asking? What's a way do you think you could show them grace this week? Your parents, with tax time coming up, they're going to get frustrated, they're going to get nervous, and they might lash out. Sometimes we as parents lose our cool. What's a way do you think you can show them grace as they're trying to pay these taxes? So I want you to think of some way you can show grace to someone this week. And I love you guys, and I will see you next week. I'm going to make some more coffee because I'm going to need a lot of them because I have to do my taxes. Yay. Yay. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Seriously, we're going to need some more coffee. Somebody make more coffee, strong caffeine, because we're going to need it.